Right now, I'm just sitting at my desk. Um, I recently just set this kind of like angle up yesterday in preparation for a Zoom meeting. I had to talk with some people from my community, like my reservation community back home. I've never really lived there, but I had some affairs that were in order, and I needed to speak with some people through online services, the Zoom. So, anyways, I set up for this angle. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to keep it or not because typically I usually have my desk set up like off to like the side or something. And right now, where I have it, it's like right in the very middle, right in the way, but it leaves lots of space on, not on the right side, but on the left and all behind it. It's all open space that leaves for like different scenarios type of situations to set up for lighting and whatnot. So yeah, I just been over the last little while. I've been learning how to use the Sony FX3. Switching over from being a Panasonic user from the last 5 years, it was a little bit of a challenge for myself. Anyhow, I'm just starting to begin to get the hang of it. So that's given me a little bit more confidence. But at first, I thought I had made a really bad decision. Have you ever like thought that you had done something wrong and like pretty much a couple moments after you've done it and you're just like, shit, fuck, did I do the right thing? And then a little bit, like a little bit of things can happen which like lead into you believing that a little bit more. So like when the camera first came in and I first tried it out, um, it was like I thought it would be really easy for me to use, being that I already understand how to use cameras fairly decent with the Lumix cameras. So that didn't really transfer over that easy when I started using this FX3. So it took a little bit for me to, like I mentioned, just start to get the hang of how to expose for the Sony S-Log 3 log footage, as well as like learning how to color grade it in post-production. So yeah, I really thought that I had made like a really big mistake in making this purchase for the Sony FX3. Like Panasonic has just really recently released the S12. It's not out for sale yet, or it is in certain places, but like it's not available for purchase where I live yet. I don't believe until like maybe the end of next month or the middle of next month or something. Right now we're in the end of May, last week of May, pretty much. And then I guess they're saying they're aiming to have them starting to be shipped out around mid-June. So like I believe the post that I seen was like June 12th. They're planning to start like shipping them out. They are taking pre-orders. So I wasn't really interested in picking up a pre-order as of yet. I kind of wanted to wait just to kind of see like how things played out a little bit. Let some other people try the camera out a little bit and see. Before I go and switch 100% all into Sony, I wanted to like try to see what I can do with the one camera first. I do have a number of other Lumix cameras that I can use if I want to have like multiple cameras. So for now, I'm going to keep practicing with this, and then the goal is to try to like get comparable to. I don't want to like have my stuff look exactly like the same as what people have out there, but I want it to be comparable in quality wise and like professional looking. That's the goal anyhow. I was able to do that with Panasonic somewhat. Just I was missing some of the key features like that FX3 offers, like the touch to focus, and then it will follow whatever, it'll stick and follow to wherever you're focusing at. That was one feature that I really wanted. And also, um, from what people were saying, it was like Sony was really easy to get a nice clean image from, but that wasn't how it worked out for me the first couple times anyhow. But I already kind of talked about that part. So, but eventually, if I end up staying with Sony, and I think I'll keep my Lumix cameras, but eventually, like before I went ahead and purchased like 3 cameras for like a 3 camera setup, I wanted, or to have like some redundancy, I did want to make sure that I was making the right choice with the Sony FX3. Let me know in the comments if you're using Sony cameras right now, or if you're using Lumix cameras, or let's talk about it down in the comments, whatever brand of camera it is that you're using. How did you start out using that camera brand, and how long have you been using that brand for? For myself, when I first picked up I was watching some creators on YouTube. At the time, they were suggesting the GH5 in 2019. And then I picked that camera up based on the recommendations of these creators that I followed. A short time later, maybe like a couple weeks later, these guys were using a whole new camera system. And I had already made a purchase, and, I kind of had a little bit of like buyer's regret or remorse, but I kind of had to force myself to keep using the camera and the choice that I had made. And then I began to learn. It did teach me how to become a better filmer using manual focus and whatnot. So over time, though, I did want to get, there was some shots a number of shots, like when I was filming things by myself, that I had missed, or kind of thought that it would be a little bit better if like I had autofocus, just because like so the focus was off on some shots that I had missed and whatnot. And eventually, like I did pick up the S5 2X was released, and it had the phase detect autofocus, which was from what the reviews were dropping, they were saying was pretty good, and it was a full frame camera. So eventually I ended up picking up the S5 2X, and it did have some pretty good autofocus. The only thing that it was missing was the touch to focus feature. They did have a tracking feature that you could touch the person, and the tracking would kind of stick to them, something similar to what you get with Sony, but it just like, it wasn't quite all the way there like Sony's. It would like it could lose focus on you, and then you would like it would start hunting for stuff in the background. That was with that tracking. So I think I had this FX3 now for maybe just over a week. Just over like 1 week. I've been pretty much going at it every day, trying to uh, film a few little things, and then color grade them and see what I can do with it. Haven't really compared it up against the S5 2X yet, but I have just been kind of like getting to know how to use the camera, and like how to use how to guide myself through the menus and stuff like that. It's all like a learning process right now. I did purchase it through Amazon, so there is like a 30-day money back guarantee, but I don't know if you're supposed to like really, I don't know if it's fair for you to purchase a camera, try it out, and then try to send it back as a, for like return it. You know what I mean? It's going to have inside the camera when if the person uses it, it's going to have like the shutter count's going to be, even though you reset the camera, I don't know if it resets the shutter count. I don't know. Let me know if you know about that. Like if it does that, or does it like reset everything when you reset the camera? Does it reset the shutter count, or like is there ways? Like I don't know. I made the purchase. I just didn't feel right. I don't feel right ethically sending that back as like as a return. If I didn't want it, I should have not used it and sent it back brand new. That's kind of like how I felt about it. In the past, I might have sent it back before, but just over the last little time, I want to try to like stay ethical and because what I've been reading and what I've been hearing, it's important in business and to be ethical and do things the right way if you want to have a long, lengthy go at it. That's kind of like my thoughts right now. Anyhow, I was just, like I said, setting up today. I set up for that Zoom meeting last night, and then I decided to kind of like play around today with the setup and see what I could do with the color grade, and just to kind of like see how that would look. All right, well, I think that's going to be good for this video here. All right, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.